So can anyone tell me what are the what is a null vector? Anyone? What is a null vector? Anyone?
Zero vector.
Magnitude is 0.
Yes, ma, good. Magnitude is 0. So when we're discussing about the magnitude 0, adukku edha direction irka? Is there any direction for that 0 vector?
There is no defined direction for
Yeah,
it.
ma, there is no defined direction. So here we cannot able to specify that with respect to your direction. Good. Okay, so last class we have discussed about the triangle method. What is the resultant formula? R is equal to the resultant vector. R is equal to. So here last class number discuss பண்றது triangle method, and the triangle method la வந்து we have taken two vectors. So here assume there is a vector which starts from a particular point 0 to some p point, either a vector on the a vector. So after this there is one more vector which starts from the a point, p point, that is your b vector. So this is your a vector, this is your b vector. So it will do o to p and it is your o to p to q. This is your b vector. And the resultant, I told you it is like a displacement of the shortest path. The resultant is your r vector. What is the formula for resultant vector? Okay, I'll tell that. So resultant vector. Remember when we are discussing about the result vector, நம்ம வந்து vector additions மட்டும் தான் discuss பண்ணிருக்கோம். R vector is equal to addition, that it is A vector plus B vector. Vector formula வந்து we are going to add it. The resultant is nothing but your addition part. Remember it. Or I can rewrite the relation as OQ vector is equal to your OP vector plus your PQ vector. Remember it. So in the case la வந்து நம்ம addition மட்டும் தான் discuss பண்ணிருக்கோம். Now if you want to find the magnitude, okay, remember I told you vector on சொல்லும்போது it has its own magnitude and as well as your direction. So vector magnitude now find out பண்ணனும்னா we have to take the square root term. So it is r vector is equal, that is your magnitude. R magnitude is equal to your square root of, here there are two vectors are there, both are making an angle of theta. So it is a square plus a b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is your magnitude vector r. Okay, magnitude of resultant. Okay, now I need to find the direction of this resultant. To find the direction, I have to take an angle, and the angle that I have taken it as beta. So angle beta between your resultant and one of the vector. So here tan beta is equal to, now the resultant direction I have to take your opposite and as well as your direction and adjacent. So tan beta is equal to, so the relation it is b sin theta opposite divided by your a plus b cos theta, it is your adjacent. So this is your relation. So this is for magnitude and this is for your direction. Remember it. This is direction use and this is magnitude or relation. So this is the triangle method last class we discuss. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about your parallelogram method. Parallelogram method, same thing down. So similar to your triangle method only. Let's see. We'll try to understand it. Make a heading. Same analytical treatment of parallelogram law of vector addition. So here I'll write the heading. It is your analytical treatment of, right here, analytical treatment of the parallelogram law of vector addition. Law of vector addition. Law of vector addition. Let's see the relations here one by one. So in this law of vector addition, so here what I'll do, I'll take two vectors. Let's see one by one. So here assuming I'm just taking two vectors. So there is a point where the two vectors are traveling. So this vector we call it as co-initial vectors. Assuming I'm just taking a vector, A vector, starting from an initial point. In the point on the, I'll take it as O point, and either the direction on the, like this, I'll specify like this is your A vector. And the same initial point on the, there is one more vector starting, I'll take it as B vector. So this is your B vector. So here both are traveling with the same initial point. Let's see. Both are traveling with the same initial point. This is your B vector. So it is your O is your initial point. Now I need to find the resultant. So to find the resultant, so resultant, because it is your parallelogram, both vectors are starting from the same point. What I'll do, I'll take a parallel line here. B ki or parallel line and A ki or parallel line. So where these two parallel lines are meeting, that is your resultant point. So let's see. So for that, what I'll do, I'll take a point here. So from A point parallel to the B vector, and அதே மாதிரி B point வந்து I'll take parallel to the A vector. So எங்கே ரெண்டு points meet ஆயிட்டு that is your initial point. எங்கே ரெண்டு points end ஆயிட்டு that is your final point. So this is your resultant. I'll take this one as resultant R vector. If you see that A vector to B vector, it makes an angle. But to get this clear, so because it is nothing but your right angle triangle kadayadu. So to make it understand and to make it clear, I have to take a right angle. So a small extension point na pandre, making an angle theta here. I'm assuming here it is an angle theta. Okay, it makes your right angle triangle. Again, it is like nothing but your triangle method. Okay, again it is making an angle theta, and here it makes your right angle triangle. I'll take the point as n, which is perpendicular to your base. Okay, and when the B vector makes an angle theta with the base, that is your x-axis, I'll take the relation as B cos theta, and perpendicular to it is nothing but your B sin theta. Now I need to find the resultant. So what I'll do, I'll take the hypotenuse. Pythagoras theorem based on I'm going to find the hypotenuse. So for that, what I'll do, I'll take the resultant. Let's see. So in this case, so the resultant is R vector is equal to your A vector plus B vector. This is your resultant vector, addition of vectors. But I need to find its magnitude. To find the magnitude, so let's see the relations. For this, what I'll do, I'll take the triangle. I'll take this point as S point. It is your P point. It is your N point. So from this case, I'm going to take a right angle triangle, S, N, and P. A right angle triangle S, N, and P. So N is at right angle point here. So now from this case, so here Sn is equal to, it is your opposite. So Sn is equal to, it is a Ps sine theta. Sn is equal to your Ps sine theta, where Ps is nothing but your B point. It is your B sine theta, opposite to it. And same thing from this case, from this right angle triangle, so you can say Pn is equal to your P cos theta. Okay, PS is nothing but your B point. So it is your B cos theta. So let's see. So we got the relations from the right angle triangle. Now we are going to use your Pythagoras theorem. From this Pythagoras theorem, where O is your starting point and S is your ending point. So OA square, that is your hypotenuse. OA square is equal to ON square, that is your adjacent, plus your NS square, that is your opposite side. So in this opposite side, NS square, NS is nothing but your B sin theta. Okay, and ON and சொல்லும்போது I'll write this ON as your OP plus your PN. So OP is nothing but your A plus PN is nothing but your B cos theta. I'm going to substitute the relation here. So in this case, OS square is equal to ON is nothing but your A plus B cos theta whole square plus NS is nothing but your B sin theta whole square. So I'm going to square it. So it is A square plus B square cos square theta plus your 2AB cos theta plus again B square sin square theta is it. So now in this relation, so we know that from the trigonometric relations, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Okay, I'm going to use the relation here. So A square plus B square now the common pandre, it is a cos square theta plus sin square theta plus it is a 2AB cos theta. So cos square theta plus sin square theta is nothing but 1. So OA square is nothing but your resultant. I'll take it as R, the magnitude here. So R is equal to square root of this A square plus B square plus your 2AB cos theta. This is your resultant magnitude. Now I need to find the resultant direction. So I need to find the direction here. So to find the direction, I told you I'll take an angle between your resultant and one of the vector. So I'll take the angle beta here. So from this relation, tan beta is equal to your opposite. Opposite is nothing but your Sn divided by your adjacent is nothing but your On. So which is equal to Sn is nothing but your B sin theta. So On on the I can rewrite the relation as OP plus Pn. So this relation is nothing but your B sin divided by OP is nothing but your A plus Pn is B cos theta. This is your tan beta. Please take it. Or no? Others? Okay, good. So before doing the problems on this addition of vectors, we are going to discuss about two things. One, orthogonal unit vector and சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு vector இருக்கு. So we'll discuss about the orthogonal unit vector, and after that we'll discuss about the rectangular component of vector. ரெண்டுமே நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம். Then after that we'll discuss about the problems. So here orthogonal unit vector, just a basic orthogonal unit vector. Orthogonal unit vector. So you know about the coordinates. So that means axis is there, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So in the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, that is a positive x-axis, y-axis, z-axis on the, it will be represent in terms of your directions. The represent in terms of directions, the I cap, j cap, k cap and so to specify control. That representation we call it as orthogonal unit vector. Let's see, I'll write the unit vector type here. Let's take it down. So three vectors, three vectors. So you can take like I cap, j cap, and k cap. Three vectors I cap, j cap, and k cap are used to represent the positive directions of x-axis, y-axis, and your z-axis. X-axis, y-axis, and your z-axis. Okay, so these three mutually perpendicular unit vectors, these three mutually, these are mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular unit vectors are collectively known as orthogonal unit vector. Orthogonal unit vectors. Okay, இதோட representation வந்து I cap, j cap, k cap ல இருக்கும். Remember, unit vector ன்னு சொல்லும்போது இதோட magnitude வந்து 1 ஆயிரும். Let's see. So unit vector, so it is I cap, it will be represented as your I cap. Okay, and j cap and k cap. இதோட magnitude வந்து, because we are discussing about unit vector, so இதோட magnitude வந்து 1 ஆயிரும். Remember. Okay, so இதோட cases தான் we are going to discuss as your rectangular component of a vector. Okay, so rectangular component, x-axis base பண்ணி எப்படி இருக்கும், y-axis base பண்ணி எப்படி இருக்கும், and what is the angle theta, what is the resultant, so we'll discuss here. So இது வந்து ரொம்ப simple concept தான், and I'll explain it and I'll give the formulas here. So make a heading, a rectangular components of vector in a plane. A rectangular component, rectangular components of a vector in a plane. Of a vector in a plane. I'll give the basic point and then I'll explain it. So here when we are discussing about the vector, so either a resultant vector, to resolve the resultant vector between the two vectors, so there are relation that we have to go with your triangle, rectangle. Let's see the point. So here, when a vector is resolved, along two mutually perpendicular directions. To mutually perpendicular directions, the components so obtained called rectangular components of vectors. Rectangular components of vector. Okay, remember it now. So let's see, we'll try to understand these cases. Assume I'm just taking to resolve it and to find the resultant vector, so I'm just taking a rectangular component here. So let's see, I'm just taking a vector, a vector, assuming I'm just taking a vector. So let's see the rectangular component, I'll take the axis as one is your x-axis and as well as y-axis. So x-axis and as well as y-axis. So assume it is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. Okay, so here I need to resolve it. I need to find the resultant vector. So assume there is a resultant vector. Assume there is a result vector which starts from the origin. Remember, which starts from the origin. Assume it is the resultant vector, resolved vector. So this resolved vector, I'll take it as A vector. I'll take it as A vector. And the other direction from the origin, I'll give the direction, arrow mark. And it makes an angle theta with respect to your x-axis. Makes an angle theta with respect to x-axis. And when we're discussing about the with respect to x-axis, I'll take this one as x-axis, and I'll take it as ax vector. And perpendicular to it, I'll take it as ay vector. So both are mutually perpendicular to each other. And either a resolved vector the a vector. Let's see the relations. So it is similar to your parallelogram block vector, but it on the same angles perpendicular irukanaala, we call it as rectangular component here. This is like a rectangular component of vector. So the direction specify பண்ணும்போது, so it is nothing but your ax vector is equal to, it is ax I cap, and ay vector is equal to your ay j cap. So ax I cap and ay j cap. So I cap la na specify பண்ற direction for the x axis. So j cap la na specify பண்றேன் for the y axis. So இங்க வந்து remember இது வந்து j caps. Okay, now we'll see the relations here. According to the parallelogram law of vector addition, we know that so resultant is equal to your adjacent as well as your opposite. நம்ம வந்து addition da பண்ணிருக்கோம். So for that, what I'll do, I'll take this point as O point, I'll take this point as P point, I'll take this point as M point. So from this relation, so P vector is equal to your OM vector plus your ON vector. Okay, or we can say it as OP is nothing but your resultant. So it is your A vector is equal to OM is nothing but your x-axis. I'll take it as AX vector plus, so your MP, that is nothing but your ON. I'll take this one as ON. ON point, MP point, both are parallel to each other. So I'll take it as AY vector. So AX vector plus AY vector. So now in this relation, so AY is your vertical component, that is your y-axis component, and AX is nothing but your x-axis component. So from this relation, I told you AX vector is nothing but your magnitude and as well as direction. So AX is your magnitude and I cap is your direction. And அதே மாதிரி AY vector is nothing but your AY into your J cap. So this is your horizontal component and this is your vertical component. So let's see the relations here. So I need to find the A vector. So A vector is equal to your AX I cap plus your AY J cap. So இது வரைக்கும் note பண்ணிக்கோங்க, then we'll see the result. Please take it. Over, others? Yes, good man. Okay. So I'll try to understand this resultants and all. So in this case, so there are two vectors are there, both are perpendicular, mutually perpendicular to each other. அதோட vector தான் A vector is equal to AX I cap plus AY J cap. இதுதான் நம்ம discuss பண்ணிருக்கோம். Now we'll try to understand this with terms of your angles. So இது முன்னாடி நம்ம discuss பண்ணும்போது, so here A vector is equal to your AX I cap, it is your horizontal, and AY J cap, it is your vertical. Now I'll redraw the relation. So it is your x-axis and this is your resultant. It is your A makes an angle theta. This is your y-axis. Now let's see in this case. So here in this case, if an object A, that is your magnitude A, makes an angle theta with respect to x-axis and சொல்லும்போது, we know the relation AX is equal to, it is your cos theta. Remember. So AX is equal to A cos theta. Perpendicular to it is nothing but your A sin theta. We already seen the same case in your triangle method and as well as your parallelogram. So this is your AY. AY is equal to A sin theta and AX is equal to A cos theta. So now I'm going to substitute the relation here. So A vector is equal to, remember A vector is equal to your A cos theta I cap plus your A sin theta your J cap. No, so when you're discussing about the resultant நான் வந்து ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணும்போது நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன் the resultant vector r is equal to இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம பார்க்கும்போது it is nothing but your root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta நம்ம வந்து டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now let's see the relations here. So இங்க வந்து a is nothing but your x and b is nothing but your ay. Okay, let's see the relations here. So in this case, I'm going to square it. So when you're doing the square it, if ax and ay, when you do square it, okay, so it is ax square plus ay square. So what is ax square? Ax square is nothing but your a, it is your a cos theta whole square plus it is a sin theta whole square. So which is equal to, so from this trigonometric relations, a square now common with it, it will be cos square theta plus sin square theta. So trigonometric relations sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, which is equal to a square. So from this relation, I need to find your resultant a. So a is equal to square root of your ax square plus ay square. Remember it now. So when these two vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other, other resultant relation of the a is equal to root of ax square plus ay square. Remember it. And either a direction on the identify panona, I'll go with your tan beta. Or I'll take the angle. In the angle on the theta, I'll take tan theta. You can take tan theta, any angle also. So I'll take tan theta directly. So tan theta is equal to find the direction. So it is your perpendicular, that is your vertical component divided by your horizontal component. It is ay divided by ax. Or if you want to find tan theta, theta is equal to tan inverse of ay by ax. Remember this relation. இது வந்து two vector components இதெல்லாம். இப்போ நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ற components எல்லாம் வந்து two vector components. அதே வந்து when we are discussing about the three vector components, remember with respect to x-axis, with respect to y-axis, and with respect to z-axis. என்ன பண்றேன், I'll keep this relation here. This is your direction, and this is your a vector. Now let's see the three vector relations இருக்கும்போது எப்படி இருக்கும் பார்ப்போம். There are three vectors are there. So அப்போ அதோட representation வந்து if there are three vectors நான் சொல்லும்போது, so if there are three vectors representation, I need to find the resultant three vectors. So then a vector is equal to, there are three axes are there. So ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Remember, ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. So when you're taking the resultant with respect to that particular axis and so on, remember, if I'm just taking the angles, if alpha, beta, gamma are angles between your a vector and x, a vector and y, and a vector and z, then இதோட representation எப்படி இருக்கும்னா, so ax is equal to a cos alpha, ay is equal to a cos beta, and az is equal to a cos gamma. So இங்க வந்து நம்ம x axis பத்தி தான் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம். பட் வித் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் டு ஆக்சிஸ் சொல்லும்போது எல்லா ஆக்சிஸ்க்கு ஒரு ஆங்கிள் ஆல்பா பீட்டா காமா நான் கொடுத்திருக்கோம். அப்போ ax is equal to a cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma வருது. Now we are going to find the resultant, that is your Pythagoras theorem. So from this relation, when you square it, and the squared பண்ணும்போது the relation என்ன ஆகும், a square is equal to, it is a x square plus a y square plus a z square, because all three are perpendicular to each other. அப்போ இதோட resultant magnitude என்ன ஆகும், it is a is equal to root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. So please take this relation. So இது வந்து 2 point இருக்கும்போது இது 3 point இருக்கும்போது, so all are perpendicular to each other, அதோட relations தான். Take it. Others, is it working? Okay, good. So let's see next one. So இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றது வெக்டார் மேக்னிடியூட் அதோட டைரக்ஷன். ஸோ வென் வி கம்பைன் அண்ட் இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு ஃபைண்ட் இதோட டைரக்ஷன் வேணும்னா தெர் இஸ் ஒன் மோர் ஃபார்முலா இஸ். ஸோ லெட்ஸ் see. ஸோ வெக்டர் ரிப்ரசன்டேஷன் வந்து if it is a three axis, that is your x axis இருக்கு, y axis இருக்கு, z axis இருக்கு, that is your rectangular component இருக்கும்போது இதோட representation, vector representation for the unit vector, three unit vector. So it is a vector is equal to, it is ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. This is your vector representation with respect to your axis, x axis, y axis and z axis. Now இதோட magnitude நான் find out பண்ணணும்னா, so magnitude is nothing but your modulus. So modulus of a vector is equal to root of your ax square plus ay square plus your az square. Ax square plus ay square plus az square. This is your magnitude. And now direction find out பண்ணணும்னா a cap is equal to, it is a vector divided by modulus of a vector. So which is equal to, a vector is nothing but your ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap divided by its magnitude. It is root of ax square plus ay square plus your az square. Remember it. Okay, so இது வந்து த்ரீ காம்பனன்ட். சப்போஸ் இதுல வந்து டூ இருந்தா, எக்ஸ் ஆக்சிஸ் y ஆக்சிஸ் மட்டும் தான் இருக்குன்னா, அப்போ அதோட ரெக்டாங்குலர் காம்பனன்ட் ரிலேஷன்ஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும் டைரக்ஷன்ஸ் இல்ல. ஸோ ஏ வெக்டார் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு யுவர் ஏஎக்ஸ் ஐ கேப் பிளஸ் யுவர் ஏஒய் ஜே கேப். ஓகே, அதோட மேக்னிடியூட் வந்து ஏ வெக்டார் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு ரூட் ஆஃப் ஏஎக்ஸ் ஸ்கொயர் பிளஸ் ஏஒய் ஸ்கொயர். ஸோ அண்ட் இதோட ஆங்கிள் தீட்டான்னு சொல்லும்போது, ஸோ ஏஎக்ஸ் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு யுவர் ஏ காஸ் தீட்டா அண்ட் ஏஎக்ஸ் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு your a sin theta, sorry, ay is equal to a sin theta relation. Okay, so now in this case we are going to find idoda value magnitude enakku venumna, so a is equal to root of ax square plus ay square. Okay, so and idoda direction venumna we can specify the direction as a cap. So a vector is equal to modulus of a and a cap. Okay, please take this relation. Adu vandu 2 vector, idu vandu 3 vector. Please take it. And we'll do some problems on these cases. And இதுலயே வந்து வெக்டர் மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன் இருக்கு. once we do the problems, if you are thorough with the problems, then we'll go to the next one. ஏன்னா வந்து இதுல வந்து வெக்டர் diagrams இருக்கு. We have to understand the problems. இது ரொம்ப important cases. Please take it, make it fast. Make it fast மா, ஏன்னா வந்து நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருக்கு இதுல. ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கான்செப்ட் இது. Okay, right, I'll display the PDF. So basic questions வந்து நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம் and we'll increase the difficulty level one by one. So here in this case, is it visible ma PDF? Just let me know. Okay, I'll zoom in. Okay, so example 2. Example 2. Just take the question. I'll explain the question. Okay, question note பண்ணிக்கோங்க first. So here example 2. A body is simultaneously given two velocities, one 30 meter per second due east and other 40 meter per second due north. Find the resultant velocity. இங்க வந்து ரெண்டு velocities இருக்கு given to a object. So object க்கு ரெண்டு velocities கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. I need to find the resultant velocity for this case. Okay, please take it the question. We'll discuss this. So those who know, they can do it. Others, please try to concentrate. இங்க வந்து ரெண்டு வெக்டர்ஸ் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So I'll just draw the vector diagram for these cases. So here, in this case, there are two vectors are there. So from the initial point, there are two vectors are there. One with respect to u east and கொடுத்திருக்கான். So ஒரு object மேல two velocities act ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. This is your east. Towards the east, I'll take it as VE vector. ஏன்னா வந்து direction இருக்கிறதுனால I'll take it as VE. இதோட value வந்து 30 meter per second கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So vector east towards east, இதோட value வந்து 30 meter per second. And இதோட object மேல இன்னொரு velocity இருக்கு. It is due north. So this is your north. So I'll take this Vn vector. So either a value on the 40 meter per second. So these two are perpendicular to each other. When these two are perpendicular to each other, either a resultant velocity, it makes an angle theta. This is your resultant velocity V. I need to find this resultant velocity V. To find the resultant velocity, it's on the two vector component. So here, let's see the relations values. VA vector is equal to, so VA vector is equal to your OA vector, which is equal to your 30 meter per second due east, or I'll take it as I cap. And VB vector is equal to, it is your, I'll take it as O, A, and B. So I'll take this one as OB vector, which is equal to your 40 meter per second, or you can say it as a 40 I J cap, because it is your vertical component. Now, எனக்கு ரெண்டு vectors இருக்கு. I need to find the resultant vector. இதோட resultant vector relation அது magnitude நான் find out பண்ணேன். Resultant vector relation V vector is equal to your VA vector plus VB vector. இதுதான் resultant vector. Magnitude நான் find out பண்ணணும். That is resultant magnitude நான் find out பண்ணணும்னா modulus of V vector is equal to your root of, it is your VA square plus your VB square, which is equal to your V only. So what is VA square? VA square is nothing but your 30 square plus VB square is nothing but your 40 square, which is equal to square root of. So now the zeros remove panano, it will be around 50 square. So which is equal to your 50 meter per second. This is your resultant velocity V. Okay. So whatever the question they have given, you have to redraw the vector diagram. Vector diagram draw பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணும்போது it will be very easy. Please take it. இந்த மாதிரி questions நிறைய இருக்கும். So one by one we'll solve it. Note பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Just make it fast. Others, is it over? Okay. Right. So we'll see next question. Display the question, please take it. Then we'll discuss. Example 3 ma. Please take example 3. கொஞ்சம் the benda இருக்கு. I'll explain it. I'll read the question. Okay, a particle having a displacement of 12 meters towards east, 12 meters towards east. I'll write கொஞ்சம் இங்க blur ஆயிடுச்சு. So here it is 12 meters towards east. This is your east. And 5 meters towards north. This is your 5 meters towards north. And then 6 meters vertically upwards. Vertically upwards. So find the magnitude. This is fine. Find the magnitude of the sum of these displacements. We need to find the magnitudes sum of these displacements. So that means either a resultant or I need to find it. Okay. So let's see that one by one. So இங்க வந்து எத்தனை displacement இருக்கு? So 12 meters one இருக்கு, 5 meters இருக்கு, and as well as 6 meters இருக்கு. So we have to redraw the vector diagram. We have to draw it and we have to understand. Let's see the cases. So in this case, so here, first of all, there's a vector. It has assuming, I'm just assuming there is an initial point here. The initial point, it is travel. So initial point and the travel towards your east. Either a displacement and the 12 meters. Displacement and the, I'll take as 12 meters. It is a towards your east. Towards your east. Okay, and the base, okay, on the plane melada. So I'm just assuming on the plane. Now, ingirandu, remember ingirandu towards your north. North and solombo, this upward direction on the plane, so it will try to move towards your north like this. on the plane நான் சொல்றேன். So these two are perpendicular to each other on the plane. Okay, these two are perpendicular to each other, and either a displacement on the I'll take as 5 meters. So remember, once the 12 meters complete another from the there is one more distance is it. Okay, it is here towards east, and this is here towards north. This is your north direction. Okay, towards north on the plane. Okay, now inge the perpendicular upward direction, vertically upward direction. Inge the vertically upward direction like this. So like a corner of a wall, the number discuss panic. So it is vertically upward direction. So here this point, this displacement is your 6 meters. It is your vertically upward. Okay, let's see the relations. இது வந்து perpendicular and இதுக்கு வந்து இது perpendicular. ஏன்னா வந்து இங்க இருந்து north point வந்து vertically upward direction இருக்கிறதுனால this is perpendicular to each other. Now I need to find the resultant from this initial point. I'll take the point as O. I'll take the point as O, and இதோட directions நான் வந்து specify பண்ணனும்னா இதோட direction. So this is your east, and இதுக்கு parallel தானே, அந்த 5 metersக்கு parallel தான் north இருக்கும். Remember. So this is your 5 meters. இதுதான் parallel. And இதுக்கு vertical தான் upward direction இருக்கும். So for your easy convenience, this is your north direction, this is your south, and this is your east, and this side is your west. Okay, on the plane. So let's see. So now the resultant now find out pannu. The resultant now find out pannu. So this is your initial point. I'll take this one as O. I'll take this one as A point. Okay, the B point. I'll take this one as C point. I need to find the resultant OC. I need to find the resultant OC. எனக்கு வந்து OC resultant என்ன வேணும். ஆனா இங்க வந்து 3 different cases இருக்கு. So for that நான் என்ன பண்றேன், 2 vectors நான் specify பண்றேன். So here I'll take the point O point to B point க்கு resultant நான் find out பண்றேன். I'll take this resultant as R1. And O point to C point one, the final resultant I'll take it as R. So first of all, we'll try to understand from the triangle your OAB. From the right angle triangle OAB. Okay, so OC is nothing but your final resultant. I'll take this R. This vector, I'll take this R vector. This is R1 vector. Let's see. So from the triangle, right angle triangle OAB. So OB vector is equal to, remember, OB vector is equal to your OA vector plus your AB vector. So this is vector. So now I need to find your magnitude. Magnitude OB is equal to root of OA square plus OB square. Okay, what is OA? OA is equal to your square root to 12 square. It's a 12 square plus OB is equal to your 5 square. So which is equal to 12 square is nothing but your 144. So plus your 25. So it is 169. It is nothing but your root 13 square, which is equal to 13 meters. So the displacement, the shortest path between O point to B point is your 13 meters. Now, so we got this relation. Now I need to find the final displacement. To find the final displacement, I'll take the relation as OC vector is equal to, OC vector is equal to, so I can write with respect to the resultant as R1 vector, remember R1 vector plus your BC vector. Or I can rewrite the relation. நீங்க வந்து polygon law of vector addition நீங்க பார்க்கும்போது எல்லாமே நம்ம ஆட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். I can rewrite the relation as R1 is nothing but your OB. So OB vector plus OB vector plus your BC vector. Or I can rewrite the relation as your OA vector plus AB vector plus your BC vector. Remember, this is your OC vector. Now I'm going to find the resultant here. So to find the resultant, I'll take this R. So R is equal to root of, okay, that is equal to OC, magnitude. So it is OA square plus AB square plus your BC square. So what is OA? This is equal to square root of already number pannirkom, which is nothing but your root 13 as well. I'll write in terms of your OA and OB as your R. That is equal to OB square. So it is your OB square plus BC square. So what is OB? OB is equal to your 13 square plus BC is equal to your 6 square. So which is equal to square root of 169 plus your 36, which is equal to root 205. So I may have given you the shortcuts for square roots. Now number. So by solving this, the formula, the value will be 14.32 meters. This is your answer. Okay, so we have done the square roots. I remember it. So we had done the square roots, we had done the cube roots also. I have given the shortcuts for that. Okay, physics is very important. You have to remember it and you have to solve it. Please take it. So those are having doubts, please let me know. ஓர்மா மேக் இட் ஃபாஸ்ட். நிறைய சம்ஸ் இருக்கு, ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கான்செப்ட் இது. Okay, so we'll see the next question. Next question, நீங்களே try பண்ணிக்கோங்க. I'll give 2 minutes. After that, I'll solve it. Let's see the next question. I'll save it. I'll delete it. So next question. So question number, example 4. Ma. Example 4. I'll zoom in. Example 4. So try to find the resultant force. So here I'll read the question. Two forces, 5 Newton and 7 Newton, act on a particle with a angle of 60 degrees between them. Find the resultant force. இதுவரைக்கும் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றதெல்லாம் வந்து perpendicular, that is your theta is equal to 90 degrees. ஒரே ஒரு formula resultant. When we are discussing about the two vectors, what is the formula? R vector is equal to, that is R is equal to magnitude and சொல்லும்போது R is equal to root of this A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Remember here theta is equal to 90 degrees இல்லைன்னா cos 90 0 ஆகும். So here theta depend பண்ணி தான் நம்மளுக்கு வந்து இந்த ரிலேஷன் சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். Remember it. இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ற ஃபார்முலாஸ், இது வரைக்கும் ரெண்டு சம்ஸ் வந்து it is theta 90 degrees. Okay. Now solve it now. You need to find your resultant value and you need to find your angle theta, that is your direction also. Tan theta find out பண்ணணும். Make it fast. Try பண்ணுங்க. Or more. Those who are having doubts, let me know. I'll solve it. So those who completed, give me the answer. Make it fast. Doubt இருந்தாலும் கேளுங்க, நான் solve பண்றேன்.
Sir, I got
Yes,
root
ma'am.
109.
You need
We
to
have to
solve it, ma.
simplify 10.4.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. So answer is 10.4. Yes, good, correct, good. So what about other? And what about the angle? So I need to find the direction for resultant, right? So formula உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். So tan theta is equal to your b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. You need to find your tan theta there. Find the tan theta there. Orma, others, faster பண்ணுங்க, we need to close it. Just a direct answer தான், direct formula தான். Substitute பண்ணுங்க, you'll get the resultant.
Beta is equal to tan inverse 0.71.
Tan inverse 0.71. Yes, ma, correct. Good. Good. So let's see, I'll do it. Further check பண்ணிக்கோங்க. So in this case, the resultant, I'll do here. So R vector is equal, that is your resultant R is equal to your root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta and so here theta is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, so a is nothing but your 5 and b is equal to 7 newtons. So it is a 5 square plus a 7 square plus a 2 into 5 into 7 into cos 60. So what is the value of cos 60, ma? Anyone?
1/2.
1/2, yes, ma, good. So it is square root of, it is a 25 square. So it is, sorry, 25 plus 49 plus it is 2 times 5 times 2 10 70. It is 1/2. So when you do solve it, the relation will be approx square root of your 109. Square root of 109. So when you solve it, square root, you will get approximately 10.44 newtons. So square root shortcuts na kuduthirken. So those who really want, now on the next class to experiment. Only one small formula is there for that. So next one, so I need to find the direction for it. So I'll take it as a tan beta is equal to your b sine theta divided by your a plus b cos theta. So when you do substitute here, theta is equal to 60 degrees, you know the a value, you know the b value. So when you do substitute, the relation will be beta is equal to tan inverse of 0.71. 0.71. This is your beta. Okay. So இதுவரைக்கும் நம்ம வந்து inverse trigonometry பத்தி நம்ம பேசல. So for the need, we don't have the log sheets. Okay, we should not be take this law, I mean calculators and all. So we have to solve it on our own. இதுக்கு ஒரு shortcuts இருக்கு. We'll discuss step by step in the later classes. Okay. So this is your relation. Please make it fast. Note பண்ணிக்கோங்க. So we'll see the next question. We'll see the next question. Orma. Okay. So let's see next question. I'm going to clear it. Let's see the next question. Okay. So this one, question number, yeah. So let's see this one, fifth question. Example 5. So and as usual, I'll share you some questions to you. Okay, you solve pannunga. If you have any doubts, let me know that. Okay, so once in the class complete another we have to start your class 12. Those who really want class 12 topics, they can stay. We are going to discuss about the current electricity today. EMF, KCL, KVL loss. Okay, so solve this one. Fifth question. So two vectors both equal in magnitude. Rendu values on the same magnitude rendu same have the resultant equal in magnitude of each other. Okay, find the angle between the two vectors. We are going to find angle theta. So let us assume இதோட magnitudes எல்லாம் same and இதோட resultant same with either one of the magnitude. That means we can say A is equal to இதோட resultant R is equal to A vector and which is equal to இதோட magnitude சொன்னதுனால I'll take it as modulus. So resultant and அதோட A vector அதோட B vector எல்லா values same So I'm going to find the angle theta. When the magnitude is same, we are going to find the angle theta. So what is the relation? So I'll write here R is equal to, I'll take here. So it is R is equal to, the formula is root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. R is equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So இங்க என்ன சொல்லிருக்கேன்னா R is equal to A is equal to B. R is equal to A is equal to B. What I'll do, I'll convert everything into A terms. So A is equal to, it is A square plus 2A square cos theta. So from this relation, try to find angle theta. Try to find, or else find cos theta first of all. So what is the value of cos theta? Try to find it. What? Forma? So okay, I'll solve it. So I'll give the homework. Please submit me to that.
minus 1 by 2.
Minus 1 by 2. Correct, ma. Good. Minus 1 by 2. Good. So it is a square is equal to, it is a 2a square plus a 2a square cos theta. So நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா நான் 2a square common எடுத்துடுறேன் 2a square common எடுத்துறேன் it is 1 plus cos theta into which is equal to a square cancel ஆகும். So it is 1 by 2 is equal to 1 plus cos theta. So from this relation cos theta is equal to, it is half minus 1 which is equal to minus 1 by 2. So cos theta is equal to minus 1 by 2. So remember it. So you can solve it in terms of your trigonometric formulas based பண்ணி நீங்க போடலாம். Okay. So here it is nothing but your minus 1 by 2 minus half. Okay. So half and சொல்லும்போது cos 60 degrees is equal to your 1 by 2. Okay. Or sin 30 is equal to 1 by 2. So I can write the relation as cos 90 plus your 30 degrees. So cos 90 plus theta is equal to sin theta, sin 30 is equal to minus 1. And because it is in your other quadrant, second quadrant also, so it will be minus 1 by 2. So theta is equal to your cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So which is equal to 120 degrees. Remember, இது வந்து நீங்க trigonometry, those who know, it will be easy for them. Those who don't know, we'll discuss these things one by one later. Trigonometry ரொம்ப important concept தான் இது. Okay, please take the answer. I'll send you some screenshots for your homework. Please do it. Okay, so any doubts so far, please let me know. We have to stop this class 11 and we have to start your class 12 topics. Make it fast. Okay, over. So class 11, I'll send you some questions. Okay. So you're going to stop the class 12 topic. Those who having doubts, they can text me later. Right now. So I'm going to stop it here, class 12.